President Trump said his administration would release the Epstein files, but now he says those files are a hoax. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kira Phillips. Trump continuing to blame Democrats, claiming without providing evidence the party created these files to undermine him and that Republicans who believe it are getting duped. The president writing on social media today, their new scam is what we'll forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax, and my past supporters have bought into the BS hook, line, and sinker. Trump adding, let these weaklings continue forward and do the Democrats' work. Don't even think about talking of our incredible and unprecedented success because I don't want their support anymore. Let's bring in our Washington, D.C. Bureau Managing Editor, Catherine Faulders, for more. So releasing the Epstein files was a major part of Trump's campaign last year. We talked a lot about it. Now he says it's a hoax. Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. And I think that is what many people are asking the president, whether it's his supporters, whether it's reporters in the Oval Office with him. What does he mean by that? What is a hoax? Who's told him that? Has the Attorney General Pam Bondi relayed that information? Now, Trump was asked that by ABC's Mary Bruce today, to which he essentially said, no, he's the one that thinks it's a hoax. He knows it's a hoax. That's obviously a baseless claim without any evidence, and obviously begs the question why he's bringing this up now. It has outraged many of his most vocal MAGA supporters. So the big question is, where does this end? I'm not quite sure. Of course, there's calls on Congress for testimony. We'll see what happens with that, whether there's investigations launched. But right now, it doesn't seem like any more files will be released. Trump is putting the ball in Attorney General Pam Bondi's court. He wants her to release the credible evidence. Begs the question, what is the quote-unquote credible evidence that Trump is talking about? But the reality is, Kira, this is not a story that's going away anytime soon.
Right. We know he was friends with Jeffrey Epstein. We've seen the videos. We've seen the pictures. We've seen the pictures of the First Lady and the president and Jeffrey Epstein. And you got a great question to the president on departure yesterday, asking, about Pam Bondi. And did she tell the president he was in those files? And he didn't really answer the question.
No, he brushed it off. He said, no, there was a short briefing that he was given by the Attorney General, and then he went into the fact that he believed that this was made up and a hoax. So what we've learned, of course, is that the Attorney General briefed him. It appears on the contents of what was in those files after that months-long review by the DOJ and the FBI, but he didn't answer the question about whether or not his name is in the files. Of course, we know that that is a theory that's been floated, for example, by Elon Musk, that there is speculation about. Trump hasn't answered that question directly. So we'll see where this goes. But again, right now, he's eager to move past this, but his supporters really aren't.
Well, some Republicans are even calling for Epstein's convicted co-conspirator, Ghislaine Maxwell, to testify before Congress. Do you think we could see that happen?
Look, never say never in Congress. I know our Jay O'Brien has been running around chasing lawmakers on this question. We know that some of Trump's top allies in the Senate have been calling for testimony, for public testimony in congressional hearings. There haven't been, for example, any letters to our knowledge sent requesting her testimony. Nothing's been scheduled. But the point is, on the congressional side of this, Trump's allies in Congress, at least some of them, including House Speaker Mike Johnson, who wants Pam Bondi to clear up some of her answers on this, the reality is they're not letting this go away either. They want to get to the bottom of this. And frankly, essentially, the different answers that Pam Bondi has been given. What's real here? What's the truth? Let's bring them up here to testify, whether it's Ghislaine Maxwell, whether it's getting additional answers from Pam Bondi. So there will be, it appears, a lot of congressional action on this to come.
Story's not going away, that's for sure. Catherine, thank you.